or it will take a while. We have formulas to do that, but still will take a while. So we prefer writing that y equals x squared minus 1 using the substitution, where dy equals 2x dx. So the question now is, do I have this in the problem? And the answer is yes, I do. I have the x, I have x. The only thing I'm missing is this 2. Not a problem. Multiplying and dividing by 2 is not going to change anything. 1/2 times 2 is 1. So then we have 1/2 in front. 2x and dx form the dy. And this is y to the 7th power. Do not copy the limits of integration. These are the limits of integration for x. Limits the integration for y have to be different. When I plug in 1, I get 0. When I plug in 2, I get 3. I continue from here. So this is 1/2 y to the 8th over 8 from 0 to 3. Leave the number in front and plug in 3. So this is 3 to the 8th. When I plug in 0, I get 0. I don't know what 3 to the 8th is. 6561 over 16.
How'd you get the 8 from? Was it?
You mean this?
Yeah.
Okay. When we integrate x to the nth dx, we get x to n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus a constant c. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So if I have here 7, then this becomes 8, and this becomes 8.
Got it, yeah.
Good. Next question.
Can I back to the paper number 4? I haven't finished yet, sorry.
Anything, I'll do anything. If you have questions from MyLabs Plus, not MyLabs Plus, this is for a different class, MyLab Math with you. Anything that you encountered.
There's someone put something in the chat. I don't know.
Oh, let me see. As you know, my devices are so far away that I can't see. Yes, I see. Can you do another question from page 547? 547. This was from 547. I'm not sure whether that was before this, the chat came up before this, or after this.
It was after that.
Okay, so have you looked at all the other problems that we did in class? It's okay. I mean, can you choose? You can choose any problem. I don't have any. Which part is not clear from this process? Maybe I should address that first before we choose another problem. Which part is not clear from the d-test? Is it fx? Is it fy? Is it fxx? Is it a system? Which part is not 100%?
Finding fxx and fyy.
So would you like to choose a function so we can work on that?
Number J.
Number? I'm sorry. 10 from 547?
Yeah.
Okay. So f xy is 4y plus 6x minus x squared minus y squared. So fx means the only variable is x. Everything else is constant. So when I differentiate this with respect to x, these will disappear. They will be 0. So when I differentiate, I get 6 minus 2x. Now, if I want to differentiate again, I will get negative 2. Now, if I differentiate with respect to y, then y is the variable. These will go away. They're constants. So fy will be 4 minus 2y. If I want to differentiate this again with respect to y, I get negative 2. I think we did this probably in class, but maybe not. Now, if I want to determine fx now with respect to y, there is no y in it, so it's 0. The same thing here. If I differentiate fy with respect to x, there is no x, so it's 0. These have to be the same. Is that somewhat better, or we need more examples?
I don't know.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Anyone, if you feel like choosing another, please say so.
Yeah, I have one. It's find the area under the graph of f over the interval 6, 8. The function is f of x equals 2x squared plus 3 for x is less than or equal to 7, and 24 minus x for x is greater than 7.
So make sure that I have this correctly. Is that correct, what I wrote?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Is this from any of the quizzes? Because I cannot do a problem if it's from the quiz.
Oh yeah, it's from the quiz.
I cannot do it.
Could you do a similar one?
Sure. Yeah, we did similar problems in class. Let me find another. If it's from the quiz, I cannot do it.
Okay.
So this is in chapter 4, the area under the graph. Let me see. There. I'm trying to find a problem from your book so you can refer back to it. If I can, if not, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to make one up. Yes, I found it. On page 412, find the area under the graph. Let's say you can choose if you'd like. I'll show you where they are, 1 through 6 on page 412.
You could choose it.
Okay, I will choose one. Okay, so let's say g of x is I'm choosing 4. And the interval is given to us as negative 2, 3. And we have negative x squared plus 5 for x less than or equal to 0, and x plus 5 for x greater than 0. Okay. So as I see, 0 is right in between negative 2 and 3. So the area will be a sum of 2 integrals. One less than 0 from negative 2 to 0, and the other one greater than 0 from 0 to 3. Of course, from negative 2 to 0 will be from this function. And from 0 to 3 will be from this function. And that's it. So negative x to the third over 3 plus 5x from negative 2 to 0, and plus x squared over 2 plus 5x from 0 to 3. Now careful how you plug it in, because of the negative sign between the two values. When I plug in 0, luckily it's 0, minus. When I plug in negative 2, so this is negative 8 over 3 with minus in front, and this is minus 10. And then plus. When I plug in 3, I get 9/2 plus 15. Luckily, when I plug in 0, I get nothing. So negative 8/3 and plus 10 plus 9/2 and plus 15. So negative 8/3 and plus 9/2 and plus 25. LCD is 6, 2, 3, and 6. And I'm lazy now. So negative 16 plus 27 and plus 6 times 25. Negative 16 plus 27, yes, 161. Is this better?
Yes, it's more clear now. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? What else would you like to work on? How are you doing with my lab math? Is that okay?
I got a problem from 2.5.
Very good. I'm ready.
It says a drum-type container is designing an open-top square-based rectangular box that will have a volume of 864 inches cubed, and then it's asking
854, you said?
64.
64.
inches
Yes,
cubed.
of course. So
And
it's a
then what
rectangular? Is it like a rectangular?
Square-based rectangular box.
Okay, so square base. Very good.
And then it wants the minimal surface area. What dimensions will minimize the surface area?
Okay,
And
perfect.
what is the minimum surface area?
Excellent. Excellent problem. Good. So if the base is a square, the volume of the base, the volume of the solid is area of the base times the height. And we know that this is 864. Now, the area, I think I heard you say that there is an open top. There is no top, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then the surface area will consist of the area of the base plus 4 identical sides, x times height. As you see, this is a function of two variables, so I need to eliminate one of the variables by solving this equation for h. So this is 864 divided by x squared, which will replace this h, all this. So now I can say that this surface is a function of one variable, only x, plus 4x multiplied by 864 over x squared. I will, of course, simplify, and I get x squared plus I think I'm correct, divided by x. Okay, at this point, in order to minimize the area, I know I have to determine the derivative of the area. So S prime of x will be 2x minus whatever divided by x squared. When we differentiate 1 over x, we get negative 1 over x squared. When we integrate, because now we can talk about that, when we integrate negative 1 over x squared, we get 1 over x. So this is a very important relationship. Okay, so now I have to find the least common denominator, which is x squared. Multiply this by x squared, 2x cubed minus 3, 4, 5, 6, and set it equal to 0. No critical numbers will come from the denominator being 0, because if x is 0, then there is no solid, no container. Only the numerator can be 0. So x cubed equals this over 2. And let's see what we get. So I get 1728. So I will take the cube root from this. So when I take power 1/3. Quite nice. X equals 12 inches. I have to show now that this is a minimum. If I don't show that this gives a minimum, I can't get the full point for this. So I have to show this. Whatever, I don't know. So I look at this function. This is always positive. The numerator at 0 is negative. And greater than 12, it will be positive. So this is guaranteed now to be a minimum. Now, it's also asking us to determine the minimum. (12 squared plus 3, 4, 5, 6 over 12). So 144 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6 divided by 12. I got 432, of course, inches squared. And this is the min, sorry. Thank you for the problem. Is this okay?